We're going to just work on a little bit today. We'll do more tomorrow. But I'm just posting this so you can look at it if you want to start studying and then you have a question. So when I read the first problem, 4 people share a gummy worm with 3 segments equally. This is supposed to be your gummy worm. Over here. Show how you would divide it so that each person gets the same amount. I know there's so many ways you can do this. What I will say is the most common way that I see, well, Allie, tell me what you did. Maybe it's a common way.
I did the LCM, but I didn't divide each segment by the LCM. I did the whole.
Okay, so that's one way. What she's talking about is she's looking at the number 4 and the number 3, and she's getting the LCM of 3 and 4, and that's 12. And so she's breaking this into 12 equal parts. We're going to go with that way. And so in order to break that into 12 equal parts, I would have to break each one of these into 4. Does that make sense? So I know that that is just one way. And then she takes that 12 and breaks it amongst the 4 people. So each person gets 3 little parts. And so maybe this is the first person's share. Okay? And then this is the next person's share. So that would be fine. That works nicely. And then this is the next person's share. And this is the last person's share. Okay, so we would be able to see, I don't know if you guys can see, the original segment was this big. You see that? So the yellow is one person's share. So each person gets 3/4 of the segment. You could do this with a ratio table. It makes it nice and easy. If you write people and segments, and then make a ratio table, you know you have 4 people and 3 segments. And we want to figure out how much one person gets, so we could divide this by what? 4. And so I'm going to divide 3 by 4. And fraction bars mean divide, so I write this as 3/4. So you have the picture that shows 3/4 and the ratio table. Okay? Haley.
Oh, so with B, we got half and a fourth.
Okay, hold on. So with B, I'm listening now.
Oh, so actually, the way I did it up there was I split the 2 out of the 3 rectangles in half, and then I split the last one in 4. And then with
You mean with this part right here?
well, I mean for A, and then for B, I got a half plus a fourth, and then
Yeah, and that makes 3/4.
I put a half. I put the half into 2/4.
That's right. So you still got 3/4.
Okay.
Yes. There's more than one correct way to do almost every problem on this test, as long as you can show me. And it sounds to me like you had a nice way to show that.
Okay.
But your picture looks a little different. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why. Okay. Study.
I did a different way, but I still got it.
Okay. So because I'm going to just have you hold on to that just because we almost have E7. I want to do part C, and then maybe I'll just stop the recording and post this as, the gummy worm problem. And then we can talk about different methods, and you and I could do that during E7. There's lots of correct ways, but what I wanted to show you is, you could do part C. You don't even need a picture, right? If you understand the ratio table, the picture surely is nice. But there's 4 people, like in part B, and 3 segments in a worm. So you could do that like this without the picture. The picture's nice. You could use the picture to figure out what fraction of the whole worm each person gets, because the picture shows you there's 4 equal parts. So each person gets a fourth of the worm, but you could use the ratio table, because there's only one worm, right? So you could just divide both, all of this by 4 again, because 4 divided by 4 gives me a 1, and 1 divided by 4 gives me a 1/4. So even though each person gets 3/4 of a segment, they get 1/4 of the whole worm. So you do that with the ratio table all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And without the picture, you could do all of these. Look at, here are 4 people. So if I did people again, I should write my units. I have 4 people now. Notice I did it. And I have, I still have the segments. But now I have 4 people sharing 5 segments. Could I do the same thing?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna finish this and then we'll do these 7.
Each get 1 1/2.
Yeah, I'm gonna divide by 4. No? So if I divide by 4, Peter, what's 5 divided by 4?
5 divided by 4 is 1.
Right, it's 5 divided by 4, so 4 goes into 5 once, and there is a remainder of 1 and 1/4. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you could use the ratio table just to get that to one person. Okay?